Yes, people. Welcome back to the finished article and welcome back to another episode of the World Cup 2022 in Qatar. What a week we've had of games. We've had some ups and downs. We've had some good results. We've got a lot of things to cover today. So I'll get the rest of the hosts on. I'm joined by two of the hosts today. We've got my boy Shaz. Welcome, Shaz. We're good.
What's happening, bro? You good?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. And then we've got our boy Rich, who has now fixed his audio issues with that lovely little headphones there.
I hope so.
No, we can hear you proper clear now, so we're all good. Before we get into the show, smash the like button on the video, leave as many comments as you want, subscribe to the channel, and share the video on social media. All of it helps the algorithms with YouTube, and it helps get the channel out there for other people to watch as well. So firstly, we're going to kick off with the game that everyone wants to talk about on the show today. We've got England versus Wales. I'll throw it over to you guys first.
Well, firstly,
I'm going to let Rich go for it.
Yeah, firstly, it shows how great the strength and depth of our squad is. That Southgate made, how many changes was it? 4 or 5?
He made 4
and we
changes.
Still put four changes.
Yeah, he made about 4 or 5 changes in the game, which you could tell made a big difference.
Yeah, and still putting a performance like that.
The main one being that Mason Mount was out of the squad because he'd not really done anything in the first 2 games. Rashford had a good game, scored 2 quality goals. Phil Foden, everyone's been calling for him. Southgate finally listened. He's been watching the finished article, you know it. But yeah, overall good performance. I was only surprised that we won by 3.
I was going to say that, Shaz. The biggest change that he made was starting Rashford and Foden. I think even if Mason Mount was on and they were on, we would have still won that game the way we did. It was a brilliant result. I think it was a brilliant result. England went out and showed that when they've got the right players on the pitch, they can do damage.
Because we had to be patient. But first half, Wales were set up to defend. I don't think they had any desire to go out and try and score the 4 they needed to guarantee going through. I think Wales set up to try and defend and nick one. But first half, England dominated without creating a lot. And then the second half, wow, it was just all England. Wales weren't really in it.
Definitely. I mean, when England got the penalty that Rashford scored, I was sat next to Shaz, and I said, Shaz, Rashford should take it because he shoots from this angle and scores quite often. And I said, if he takes that free kick, it's going in.
Yeah, no, it was. It's funny because the first half, I think we dominated Wales, but we just didn't. Rashford had the one chance, but we just didn't convert any chances. Funny enough, Kane was top goal scorer in the last World Cup. He was actually top assister in this World Cup, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he's on 3.
Either way, he's there.
So he's contributed.
He assisted the second goal for Foden, didn't he?
Yeah. And then he got 2 assists against Iran.
He did, yeah.
Again against USA. I thought he had a good game against USA. Obviously, just didn't do anything in the opposition penalty area. But he was all. But we might not have got that. We might not have got a point in that game if it wasn't for Kane.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
And his work ethic.
I'll be honest with you. The game against America, England should have gone out to win it like they did against Wales. They should have had that same squad that they did against Wales against America. It would have made a massive difference. And I think if they brought Rashford on 15, 20 minutes earlier against America, we probably would have won that game because Rashford came on and had a couple of chances. And I was saying, look, if he had a bit more time, he might have been able to do more, but he just didn't have enough time to do anything there. Whereas against Wales, he had more time. Some breaking news, people, just as we're talking here, Spain have gone 1-0 up. So that's a good shout. Who scored, Chaz? Who scored? Morata scored.
And Germany are a goal up too.
Germany are winning 1-0 as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's a runner-up in this group that could potentially meet England in the semi-final if we go that far.
Yeah.
We've got, one game at a time.
England have got Senegal next, haven't they?
Yeah, that won't be easy. It's
on Sunday, yes.
A strong side.
Yeah, no, they are a good side.
They are. I mean, we think we see winning the group as giving us an advantage, but I think Senegal were unlucky not to win their group because they were the better team against Holland. They lost, but they were unlucky, so they could have won their group 3 out of 3. So
no, I agree with you. Senegal could have won that group easily, but just the results didn't go in their favour. Yeah. So obviously with England and Wales, I know we were all expecting a win, but we weren't expecting such a comfortable win, I don't think, were we?
No, I expected a little bit more.
I think. Go on, Rich.
I expected a little bit more from Wales, to be honest. It wasn't really a typical Battle of Britain derby as such.
Yeah. Agreed. I think I expected more from Gareth Bale, in all honesty, but he got taken off at half-time because of an injury. Me and Shaz made a joke. He just wanted to go play golf. But
I think
once they took Bale off, it was over for them. He's their best player by far.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Shaz. Sorry, I think your audio is just a little bit out of sync with us.
No, yeah. I think what I was just trying to say just before you jumped in was, I think Bale, he wasn't fully fit, and they kind of took a risk with him. The same with Aaron Ramsey as well. Wales have kind of waited 64 years to get to World Cup finals. And I think the pressure was on them after they lost to Iran. They tried, but I guess they just weren't good enough, to be fair.
Yeah, I agreed with
I suppose the thing with Gareth Bale is, okay, he's not the player he was, but he's still capable of producing one-off moments in a game. I think that's probably what Wales were hoping for, but it just didn't happen. Just didn't happen for him.
Don't worry about it. Shaz, I think his audio is a little bit out of sync, so he's going to log out and log back in.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, England played well against Wales, but they need to step it up against the bigger opponents. I mean, Senegal aren't a big opponent, but it's a knockout match, so they have to go out and play to win, not get a draw or go to penalties or anything. Well, they need to go out to win within 90 minutes.
Well, yeah, because we want to go through in 90 minutes if we can, because that extra half an hour, if it went to extra time, could make a big difference in a lot of games in a short space of time. So obviously getting through is the main thing, but getting it done in 90 minutes is what we really want.
No, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Shaz is just jumping back on. There we go. All right, Shaz.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just having a few problems at home.
No, it's all right, man. Don't worry. I thought you were having a bit of sync issues, so it looks all right now. The sound's all right, but your video's gone a bit fuzzy now. But it'll settle down. It usually does. But yeah, we were just saying that in the knockout stages, England need to go out and play to win in 90 minutes. Because it's a knockout game, you've got to go out to win it. You can't go out to have a good defensive performance and not have a good attacking performance.
No, I would agree. I like I said, for the taking, it won't be easy. But the problem is, if you let them come and attack us, they're more likely to get a goal. Then again, it's Senegal, so they don't have Sadio Mane. Idrissa Gueye is out injured, suspended. So they've got a few problems of their own, but I can't see them not getting past them if they play like they did against Wales.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. England do need to step it up a notch now because we're going into the knockout stages. They need to go out and prove a point now and win every game.
Well, yeah, it's do or die from here. So I think the way I see it is you literally play your best 11, which Southgate did the other day, and you play them every single
I
game
think he
until
played
the
a
final.
strong squad to go out and win.
Yeah.
And the problem is, I don't think he's going to do it against Senegal. I don't think he's going to keep that same squad. I think he's going to go back to Mason Mount.
Wow. It'll be very, very
He'll make
controversial.
changes. He'll make changes.
Does he start Rashford again?
100%.
Because when he
Rashford
scored 2
proved-
goals like that.
Rashford proves he's better than Saka. Come on, Saka's been
Yeah.
playing and he scored. Fair enough. He scored 2 against Iran, but he was really bad against America.
Well,
And then
Rashford, he
you've
could have.
obviously watched Rashford against America and Wales.
Yeah,
So
he could have had a hat trick against Wales.
100%. He had a couple of good chances
yeah.
after them to go for his hat trick. Yeah, definitely.
Be very controversial if he leaves them out. He's definitely given.
I think
Southgate
maybe
a bit
he'll
of headache.
play. I think maybe he'll play Rashford and not Foden.
No, he has to play both. He
doesn't though. That's the thing, Shaz. He might leave Foden on the bench and put Saka on with Rashford and Harry Kane.
Why not bring Saka on as a sub? Bring super sub. Yeah, leave Sterling out. Sterling's not done anything.
I don't know. Sterling's not done too much. So yeah, you could leave him out and put Rashford on the left, but then on the right, you'd have to either play Saka or Foden. And I think he'll prefer Saka over Foden.
If you
Sorry, Shaz, your video's just frozen there, bro.
Can you guys hear me? Sorry,
oh yeah, I can hear you now. It was just your video.
So, sorry about that. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you don't leave Rashford out in the form that he's in. I think right now that's a winner. If you've got someone
I agree with you, bro.
Right now, I agree. Yes, Southgate is unpredictable. He'll do something that we don't like, but I think for me, it's keep Rashford in, keep Sterling on the bench. That's where I would go. Apologies about the camera.
Would you stick with the whole same squad against Wales for the Senegal game, though?
I would consider bringing Saka back in for Foden.
Okay.
He's had a rest, hasn't he? So
definitely. He's had a good rest.
That's what a lot of it comes down to in these tournaments.
Well, he's got 25, 26 man squad.
Yeah,
well, I think he's got 25 now because Ben White's gone home ill.
Yeah. They said personal.
So
yes, correct.
It's better in these type of competitions to rotate your squad and keep some of your players fresh, especially in games against like the smaller teams like Senegal. Let's be honest, we don't really need a strong squad to beat Senegal. We just need a good enough squad to beat them. So you could rest Harry Kane. You could even rest Rashford and put Sterling on. Save Rashford and Foden for the next game if we beat Senegal. But that's the thing. If you want to go out and win, you might want to start with your best 11. Which it's a struggle in it because you can't have them play every game.
Can you see Senegal sitting? I was going to say, can you see Senegal playing 11 men behind the ball? Because I think they'll come out and try and attack as well. So they've got some weak spots.
Absolutely.
They've got.
I don't think they'll have 11 men behind the ball. I think they'll come out to score first, put the pressure on England. Yeah. England will be on the back foot and. At that point, you'll need Rashford, you'll need Saka, you'll need Foden, Sterling. You need all 4 of them because they've all got pace. So you need that pace to hit him on the counter and score. And Rashford's really good at that because he's proven that at United. He's very good at the counter with his speed. And I think that's what Southgate needs to utilise with these younger players is their pace.
All right, Germany just had a bit of a scramble.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, still 1-0.
Still 1-0 over. Who are they playing? Is it Belgium they're playing?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, sorry. Costa Rica. Nice. So, moving on from England, let's talk a little about Portugal because they had a controversial goal where it looked like Fernandes crossed it to Ronaldo and Ronaldo headed it in, but it looks like it's been given to Fernandes because it didn't touch Ronaldo's head. Well, to me, it doesn't really matter who scored the goal as long as they've scored a goal, really. I don't think it really matters, does it?
Yeah. Well, it's just Ronaldo's chasing the records, but...
Yeah, I think it's more of, if Ronaldo stays in the competition long enough, can he win the Golden Boot? Yeah. And that goal will help him towards that.
He'll know whether he touched it or not, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%. There was an article where Chris Sutton, I think it was having a proper dig at Ronaldo. I don't think it was to do with the header. I think it was to do with maybe Ronaldo diving.
Yeah.
He was proper giving Ronaldo loads of stick and saying, he's a cheat. Ronaldo knows what he did. He knows it was wrong and all this, that, the other. But I don't see anything where Ronaldo's done any diving really in this World Cup.
Yeah, Ronaldo didn't cheat. So basically what he did is he played the oldest trick in the book, run across the defender, and the defender unfortunately fell for the trick.
Exactly, bro.
So he didn't really have to make the tackle. So it's
exactly, bro. It's one of those where the defender was in the wrong place at the wrong time, not Ronaldo. Ronaldo didn't literally run into him to fall over, did he?
I literally want to add to what you just said there, Shaz. So if you talk about that Ronaldo penalty and it wasn't diving, the fact that Messi got given a penalty because the keeper saved it, apparently it hit, keeper's gloves hit his eye or something, and VAR decided to give a pen, which I thought was absolutely shocking. I mean, from my perspective, that wasn't a pen, and justice was done by the fact that Messi missed it. But yeah, just wanted to throw that in.
Well, VAR last couple of days has been a couple of instances where it's just been an absolute joke, mainly for how long it's been taking. Because in the France-Tunisia game yesterday, France scored with virtually the last kick of the game. I think the referee actually blew for full time. So France thought they'd got a draw, and then they did a VAR check, and the goal got disallowed. So in the end, it was a great moment for Tunisia. They got a famous win, even though they're ultimately knocked out of the competition. But in the game earlier, Croatia against Belgium, Croatia awarded a penalty. The player he was lined up to take it. He was ready to take it. Yeah, and then they checked the VAR. There was an offside beforehand. I thought, how long does it take to make these decisions?
Yeah, no, they should be made quicker than that. If the guy's ready to take the penalty, they should have made the decision before he was ready to take it. Really. But talking about penalties, did anybody watch Argentina yesterday where Messi missed his penalty?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good save. I'll give the keeper credit. It was a good save.
Yeah, no, I'll give that keeper credit. But let's be honest, right? Everyone says Messi's the best player in the world, and he can't even help Argentina win. I mean, I don't think he did much in that game against Poland yesterday.
Well, no, it's not that he didn't help them win because he was pulling the strings.
He did jack shit, bro. He did jack shit. He didn't pull no strings.
I mean, whether you could say the same about Kane. Kane didn't get goals, but he's getting assists. I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying. Messi didn't really do much to create goals and chances, bro.
Yeah, but he might have had an off game. But
bro, how many off games has he had this World Cup? All 3. Come on, bro.
2 goals in 3 games, not bad.
One was a penalty and one was from open play.
Obviously, it would be 3.
It is what it is. We'll keep the Messi Ronaldo debate for another episode. I think we need a whole episode for that, bro.
To be honest, when that Argentina game was going on, I was channel hopping between the 2 games.
So was I. I changed the channel to Saudi versus Mexico, and then Argentina scored. But the Saudi-Mexico game was so good the second half.
Yeah. At one point, they were saying, I think in the end, because Saudi Arabia got that goal, Poland went through on goal difference. But at one point, it was just yellow cards.
Yeah, it was 2 yellow cards more.
Through.
Yeah, it would have been 2 yellow cards more, and it would have been Mexico going through.
Yeah.
But Saudi ruined the day by scoring that last minute goal in the last 10 minutes. And I think Saudi deserved more than that. I think Saudi may have deserved a point in that game. They played really well towards the end.
Just that win, even though they've gone out the competition, just that win against Argentina's probably made it the best World Cup they've ever had.
I mean, in Saudi, they gave them a holiday because they beat Argentina.
Yeah.
For them, that was like winning the World Cup.
Yeah.
That was the best moment they've ever had in the World Cup.
I'm not even sure if we'd get one if we won the World Cup.
I doubt we would. I doubt we'd get no bank holidays. We'd probably get an extra day and work on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd go into work and I'd have some cowboy tell me to stop talking. Or something.
Wow. I can imagine that. Richard would be like sitting there talking.
But I know you said you were channel hopping between those two games, Rich. Which one did you prefer out of the two, Argentina and Poland, or Saudi and Mexico?
Probably the first half, I was more into the Argentina-Poland, but then I sort of moved. Yeah. I think because Mexico scored the 2 quick goals, that got me more engulfed in the Mexico-Saudi game.
I think that was the same with me.
I thought the momentum was with Mexico.
100%.
I thought they were more likely to score a third against Saudi than.
I think if Mexico scored that third goal and Saudi hadn't scored, Mexico would have gone through over Poland.
Yeah.
On goal difference, they needed that one more goal, but even if they got it, Saudi ruined the day.
It's a strange situation to be in, though, because obviously one goal could have changed everything, but also. Normally, you wouldn't care about picking up little bookings, taking a booking for the team, but
definitely
a yellow card could have changed everything for Poland. A couple
2
of yellow cards
could have changed the whole.
I think that was a unique scenario because I think Rich was messaging on a separate group and he was bringing up the permutations of yellow cards, and I was like, I think it's the first time I've seen something like that. So,
normally after goal difference, I thought they'd go on to something else, not yellow cards.
Head to head. It was a draw when they played each other.
Right, yeah.
But it's like normally, if you know you can't concede a goal, you'd foul somebody on the halfway line to break up an attack. But if that you wouldn't care about getting a booking, but if you know that booking could potentially lead to you getting eliminated from the tournament,
you leave it out, don't you?
Yeah,
it was a bit difficult, I think, for Poland to make tackles and make them properly. Because if they went for a tackle that was a bit of a dodgy tackle, that's a yellow card. That could have potentially eliminated them from the World Cup.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, England's next game's on Sunday, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, Sunday, 7 o'clock.
Tomorrow's the last group games for the last group.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the first round of 16 games are on Saturday, aren't they?
Yes.
France, Netherlands, and who's it?
Australia.
Netherlands.
No, sorry, Netherlands, USA. Sorry.
Oh, is it Netherlands and USA?
Yeah. Australia have got. I think Australia have got Argentina.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Nice little draw, that, isn't it? Nice little draw.
I actually think, because in some ways, I don't think winning the groups made a touch of difference for us because. The winner of our last 16 tie have got to play France. Well, France or Poland. So
we're
not gonna have we're not gonna have an easy run like we did at the last World Cup.
No, of course not.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I said in an earlier episode, I'd rather us get the hard teams and beat them and win than go through by beating easy teams and winning.
Well, if we're going to win the competition,
I was going to say before Rich jumps in, I know Rich says that France put out the second 11, but I'll be honest with you, that they were poor yesterday. I mean, even I can't even consider what you call Griezmann to be a second 11. He's normally a first team starter. Mbappe came on for like 20 minutes, didn't do anything. So France are beatable. The goal that Tunisia scored was just caught off a break, and if you catch him quick enough, I think they're easily beatable. But yes, it won't be an easy game either way.
Yeah. Didn't Tunisia beat France though?
Yeah, 1-0.
1-0. So you're right, Shaz. France aren't unbeatable. I mean, yes, they're the defending champions from the last World Cup, but that doesn't mean they're unbeatable. And Tunisia proved it. A small team like Tunisia beating France gives other teams that are going to play France motivation. Like, Tunisia did it. Why can't we do it?
France, they did bring Mbappe on. I know he didn't start, but they brought on the big guns. So.
Yeah, and they still didn't score any goals when they came on. So it just proves that they're not the best team in the World Cup. I think right now there's two teams. Before today, there was only two teams that haven't conceded a goal. One was Brazil and one was Morocco. But I think Morocco lost today, didn't they?
No, they won. They've gone through.
Was it 2-1?
Yeah, I think they finished top of the group. They
have conceded a goal now, but when I checked the stats yesterday, Morocco and Brazil were the only two teams that hadn't conceded a goal in the whole World Cup. But now it's just Brazil, and obviously we'll see what happens tomorrow in Brazil's final game.
Morocco have reached their first knockout game since 1986, if I'm not mistaken.
Long time.
Uh,
They finished above Croatia with Belgium and Croatia in the group, and they finished top of it. So not a bad effort.
Not a bad effort at all, is it? That.
Who is it? Yeah,
Shaz, you're on mute.
Canada lost. While you talk. Canada lost 3 out of 3, but the way they played, I mean, I didn't really watch the game today because I had Belgium, Croatia on, but the way Canada played in the first 2 games, they deserved something from the 3 games, but just wasn't to be for them. But
it is what it is. I mean, Canada aren't. They're still a young team, I think, in football.
Absolutely.
And I think they've got a lot of work to do to progress in World Cups, but they've had that experience in the group of World Cup games now, so they can take that away and say, okay, this is this was a World Cup for us that we didn't do well in. Where can we do better? And they can bring back. Maybe they change the players. Maybe they do a little bit shuffle around on players.
The next World Cup's in Canada, Mexico, and the US, so they're automatically qualifying.
Oh yeah, 100%.
48 teams. 48 teams at the next World Cup should be interesting.
They're adding. Is it more groups that they're adding?
Yeah, 16 groups are free, and then the knockout stage will be last 32.
Wow, crazy.
I think it's going to be 80 games overall because I think there's 64 at the tournament at the moment. But
this year there's about 87 games, including all the way to the final.
I think the winner will still only have to play 7.
Yeah, the winner will only have to still play 7 from the group to the final. Yeah. That works out the same, but it's from because I think there's one less group game there, isn't there? Because only 3, you can only play 2 teams and then qualify. Yeah. And then obviously you've got the round of 32, 16, quarters, semis, and then finals. So So instead of that last group game, they've got a round of 16 game that they have to qualify for basically in the first 2 games. So it'll make it interesting because they've only got 2 games to qualify. So they've got to start off strong straight away. Every team does if they want to qualify.
Absolutely.
And I think having more teams in the World Cup will be better, I think.
Yeah, it would definitely be entertaining.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You might get a few mismatches in the group stage because you'll get teams qualify that wouldn't usually, and you might get some high scoring games, but you get that in qualifiers anyway. So
yeah, I mean, you get that in the run up to the the World Cup, and then you're going to get it again in the World Cup as well. So it's going to make them more. I think the teams that wouldn't normally qualify for the World Cup that do qualify, when they're actually playing those group games, they'll come out stronger because it's going to be like either their first World Cup or they're going to be the underdog, and it's going to make a more interesting World Cup. But those, with those teams in it, because obviously we had an upset in Argentina's group at the first game when Saudi beat them. Yeah, it's going to cause upsets like that throughout the first 2 games, which is going to make it more interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see how it works out the next World Cup.
I think the main thing is, would it be going to 48 teams? It literally shows that anybody and everyone can qualify. So it'll probably make it more expansive and let some of the teams that struggle. You never
Scotland might get there.
I think it's more to do with merchandise as well.
Yeah.
And tourism, because obviously the more teams qualify, the more fans that are going to go to these countries. Or the host country to watch. So it's going to be more ticket sales.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked it out yesterday. Based on a ticket being 150 quid and all stadiums being full, just on ticket sales alone, it was something ridiculous, like just over £500 million, just on ticket sales alone that Qatar are going to make off this World Cup. Yeah. And then you've got the hotel fees, the food, the taxes, all the tourism coming in, taxes and all that. So, I mean, I know they put a big bid in. Was it like a £2 billion bid for the World Cup or something? And they just on ticket sales, they've got a quarter of that back.
Yeah.
And I think on hotel, food and all that, they're going to make the rest back easy.
Yeah.
And then whatever they make after that is profit. It's crazy how much money that 150 quid for a ticket, man. That's mental. Mental.
Well, I've seen some of the
people will pay for it though.
Some people will pay more.
I've heard stories about the prices of food and drink out there.
Apparently, it's quite expensive in Qatar. Yeah.
So,
I've heard it's meant to be quite expensive over there.
Yeah.
Never been myself, but I've heard from a few people that I know that they've been there. It is really expensive, like food, drink, taxis, everything. Even hotels are near enough like double the price they would be in maybe Dubai or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, even before this World Cup, Qatar only had one football stadium.
Yeah.
They had to build all the rest.
Yeah. 8 stadiums, I think.
Yeah, they built 7 of them, didn't they? And I think they rebuilt the one that they already had.
Yeah. Costa Rica just had a chance to equalise. Just fired one over the barrel. Did the keeper get a hand on it?
Yeah, I just saw that. Oh dear.
Did the keeper? What's the ref even? Keeper got a hand on it, so gone for a corner.
Save. Corner, yeah. Costa Rica corner.
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
Decent. So I was just going to say, so what are people's? Obviously, we've got England and Senegal in on Sunday, and we might talk. If we do another show before Sunday, we'll obviously talk about it a bit more then. But if we don't, what are your predictions for that game? How do you think that game is going to play out for England, Rich?
I'm going to have to say an England win. I don't know. I've got a good feeling, but I don't like to say it out loud because if we make a mistake at the back, Senegal will capitalise it on it and punish us. I'm going to say 2-1 to England.
2-1. Do you know what? Personally, myself, I think this game is going to be a 1-1 draw at 90 minutes, and then maybe England win in extra time, but it doesn't go to penalties.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those very cagey games that Southgate's going to go out to defend. So we'll maybe score the first goal, and then he'll shut up shop and park the bus, and that's where Senegal will capitalise and keep putting pressure on and get through the defence and score. And that's the way I see it going, unless he plays an attacking team where we can go out and score 2 or 3 goals in the first half, kill the game off in the first half, and don't give Senegal a chance in the second.
I think
this is Southgate, so we know he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Shaz. Sorry.
If he plays an attacking side, I think, and then within the first 10-15 minutes, you see that attacking intent, I think England will win it. I think they will win it 3-1. They are going to concede because I can see Senegal as one of the better sides and defense to get behind.
My worry about Senegal is sometimes the fitness of some of these African teams is as good as anyone, as good as anybody. So if it was to go to extra time, that could potentially give Senegal the advantage because of the fitness factor. But then saying that, we've just got to make sure we keep possession throughout the game and let them chase the ball.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. I think it's good. It's going to be up to be smart and catch them on the counter as well.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be all about bombarding them, but it's also about how do we play smart, because they've got Ismail Sarr, they've got a few. They've got Mendy in goal, so he's no pushover, by the way. They've got Koulibaly as well.
Koulibaly's a brilliant defender.
Yeah. Shame he joined the wrong club. But
so, I mean, I think all three of us are in agreement that England are going to win, but it's just obviously different score lines and predictions, really.
Exactly,
yeah.
But as I said, I mean, firstly, it does depend on what squad's going to be played. Now, if he goes out with an attacking squad like he did against Wales, I think we will go out first half and score maybe 2-3 goals in that first half and just kill the game off by half time. Because then he can take some of the bigger players off, and rest them for the next game.
Be brilliant.
It's about keeping the players fresh for the next game. If you're winning by half time, then you can do that. But if it's still 0 at half time, you still need your bigger players to go out and score goals by 90 minutes, and then they're going to be more tired for the next game.
Would be a dream scenario if we could give the likes of Callum Wilson half an hour.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. I suppose, but I say the main thing's just getting it done. However.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, I think it should be attacking team, go out and score 2 or 3 goals in the first half and kill that game off straight away. Maybe Senegal score 1 or maybe even 2 in the second half. You know what? But at least if we score 3, we're still winning 3-2 if that happens.
Yeah.
What about you, Shaz? What are your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. Like I said, I think England will win 3-1. I think Senegal will score because they're one of the better sides out there. And defensively, England have had a few lapses, but no one's really capitalized. Especially the USA game where they were not clinical. But yeah, I'd say 3-1 England win. They get through, but as you guys have alluded to, mix and match the team up to give some of the other players a game as well, because you want to keep players fresh. Because I think if England qualify, the quarterfinals will be on Saturday the 10th of December. So
yeah,
6 days.
So absolutely,
definitely, man, definitely. I mean, like I said, get the players on that you need for the first half, score them goals, and just take them off and rest them for the second half. Give the likes of Callum Wilson, even Phillips, maybe even Trent and other players a chance to get on the pitch and get some game time in the World Cup, and maybe even some goals in them if possible. But yeah, I think England should be winning this comfortably. If I want, in all honesty, but with the way Southgate is, I don't think they will. I just think they're just going to struggle to beat Senegal. Yeah. He's gonna take them too lightly. He's not going to take them seriously, I don't think.
Well, one way or another, we're going to find out on Sunday. And
100%, bro. We're finding out on Sunday whether we like it or not.
It's
what time's kickoff on Sunday? Is it an afternoon kickoff?
No, 7 o'clock in the evening.
I think all England games have been at 7 o'clock, haven't they?
Yeah, I think from now on, if we make the final, all of our games are going to be 7 o'clock from now on.
Right, okay.
So
okay, makes sense to have them a bit later so people can watch after work. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any other topics that we need to touch on, is there? For the World Cup itself.
No,
are there any matches that we haven't covered yet?
I think we've gone through most of them anyway. I mean,
in the afternoon game,
Morocco game was good today. They beat Canada. Ziyech scored a good goal. Actually, I wanted to. Did you guys see the goal by Mexico yesterday? That free kick, that outrageous free kick.
That free kick was brilliant, man.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think
so. Shaz, before you carry on, that free kick, which one do you rate better, that one or Rashford's?
Oh wow, that's a tough one. I have to say the Mexico one because it was slightly further out.
It was, yeah. I think it was a better. I mean, Rashford's wasn't a bad free kick. It was good. Like I said, he was going to score it even before he took it. But the Mexico one just, I don't know, it looked better. It felt like it was a better goal to me.
I did like Rashford, so.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it just looked so
really good, man.
He just made it look easy.
He did, yeah. He made that free kick look easy.
You knew as soon as
that's the kind of talent he has. That's the skills that he's got. Outside of the World Cup, there is news. I don't know how true this is. There's news that Apple have put in about £6-7 billion bid for Man United. Now, whoever's buying Man United, whether it's Apple or whether it's another group of people or whatever it is, I've been told that the sale will be finalized by the end of the season, so by the end of the Premier League. So hopefully during summer we've got a new owner, we've got funds, and we've got proper people who can run a football club, Shaz.
Yeah, let's see. Interesting times ahead. I think by the end of the season you'll find out.
The talk is that they're thinking of building a brand new stadium as well. Whoever's taking over, they've been told that then the United need a new stadium. So I don't know what they're going to do with Old Trafford. I think they're going to knock it down, maybe rebuild there or move somewhere else.
Yeah, it wouldn't go down well, I don't think, if Man United left Old Trafford.
I don't know how I feel about that, to be fair, because it's a theatre of dreams. It's where Fergie made his legacy.
I think so many teams have moved grounds, so it's not unusual, but it's just such an iconic stadium
in football, isn't it? So it'll be hard especially for the hardcore United fans. It'll be hard for them to see United leave Old Trafford, but it may be that they just invest a load of money to rebuild, you know, Old Trafford. Maybe do it stand by stand. Just rebuild it, make it better.
Even if they build a new stadium, it's not going to be a quick fix because
No,
they're going to
it's
need
going to
to
take a
find
couple of
temporary
years to build and get the application in, design,
absolutely.
you know, everything. It's going to take ages. So they are still going to be Old Trafford for the foreseeable future, but we'll see what the future holds at Old Trafford after the season's over, Shaz.
Wow.
Might have to renew those memberships, bro.
Well, Coventry fans, we got told we were getting a new stadium 9 years ago. We're still waiting. So.
And now you've got Mike Ashley who owns your stadium.
Yeah.
That's not going nowhere anytime fast.
It's not happening. No, nothing's happening
yet. So, I mean, is there any other news in football that we've not heard? Maybe from the past couple of days, have any of you read anything that might be of interest?
No, apart from the World Cup, I haven't really been following much. Apart from what you just talked about, but yeah.
Who did? Everyone see the FA Cup draw?
Yeah, it was last week, wasn't it? United got Everton, didn't we?
Yeah, Manchester City have got Chelsea.
That'll be a good game.
Surprise.
I'm thinking if there are any overall Premiership games. Obviously, Coventry have got Wrexham, so
good win there for Coventry. Then, yeah.
Well, I hope so, but you never know.
You never know in the FA Cup. It is
Dagenham and Redbridge could potentially be playing Leicester.
Oh, good game for Leicester then. But yeah, I think that is everything. I think we have covered everything that we needed to on this show today. I don't think we've missed anything, to be fair. So yeah, you know, smash the like button at the bottom on the video if you haven't already. Comment on the video whether you've been watching it live or whether you've you've tuned in after we've gone offline. Subscribe to the channel, share it across social media, share it with your family, your friends, your pets, your enemies. Just share it with everybody, basically. And we shall all see you in the next video. Peace out and God bless.
Take it easy, guys.
See ya.